Imagine wandering alone through the ancient, mist-shrouded glens of the Scottish Highlands as night falls. The air grows cold, the wind whispers secrets through the heather. You're tired, perhaps lonely after a long day. Then, from the shadows, they appear. Women of impossible beauty, dressed in flowing emerald green, their smiles promising warmth, laughter, and forbidden desire. You can't resist their invitation to dance. Your heart races with excitement until their touch turns ice cold and you feel something sharp at your throat. These are the Baobhan Sith, Scotland's seductive fairy vampires. Not gentle sprites or twinkling pixies, but ruthless predators who read your deepest longings, shapeshift to become your perfect fantasy, and then drink you dry. Tonight, we descend into the fog of Highland folklore to uncover their terrifying truth. If you hear laughter on the wind after dark, run, because once they choose you, escape may be impossible. Stay with me. This story will chill you to the bone.
Deep in the wild heart of the Scottish Highlands, where ancient forests meet barren moors, legends have warned for centuries about the Baobhan Sith, pronounced Baobhan She, meaning fairy woman or wicked fairy. These beings are no ordinary fairies. They blend the enchanting allure of the side with the bloodlust of vampires and the tempting danger of succubi. They appear only at night, vanishing with the first light of dawn. Their beauty is otherworldly. Tall, graceful figures with pale, flawless skin, long, cascading hair that seems to move on its own, and eyes that hold an unnatural, hypnotic gleam. They wear long, flowing dresses of vivid green, the color of fairy folk in Scottish lore, that swirl elegantly as they move. But beneath those skirts hide their true mark, deer-like hooves instead of human feet. The Baobhan Sith hunt in small groups, drawn irresistibly to the scent of fresh blood. Hunters, warriors, or lonely travelers carrying the metallic tang of a day's kill become their favorite prey. They can read a man's mind, sensing his hidden desires, his loneliness, his fantasies. Then they shapeshift, becoming the exact woman who haunts his dreams, perhaps a lost love, a forbidden beauty, or an ideal stranger. Their laughter is like silver bells, their touch electric at first. But their fingers conceal razor-sharp talons, and their thirst is never satisfied by just one victim.
One chilling tale, passed down through generations, captures their horror perfectly. 4 young Highland hunters had spent a grueling day tracking deer across the rugged cairngorms. Exhausted, with the sharp scent of blood still clinging to their clothes and hands, they spotted an isolated bothy, a lonely stone shelter, nestled in a remote glen as darkness closed in. Grateful for shelter, they built a fire. The flames crackled warmly against the biting Highland chill. Laughter echoed as they shared stories of the hunt. One of them, feeling the weight of solitude after days in the wild, half joked into the night air how perfect it would be to have companions to share the evening, beautiful women to dance and forget the cold. The wind howled outside. Then came a soft knock at the door. The men froze. When they opened it, their breath caught. Standing there in the moonlight were 4 women of breathtaking beauty, dressed in elegant green gowns that seemed to shimmer. Their skin glowed like fresh snow, their smiles warm and inviting. They asked sweetly if they might join the men by the fire to escape the night's chill. Overjoyed and captivated, the hunters welcomed them in without hesitation. The air filled with sudden joy. Music soon filled the small bothy. One hunter sang old tunes while the others clapped along. The women joined seamlessly, their movements graceful and hypnotic. The men paired off, taking the strangers' hands. What began as innocent fun quickly deepened into something intoxicating. The women's laughter was melodic, their bodies light as they twirled.
Each man felt a rush of warmth and desire he hadn't known in years. The world outside the bothy faded. Time seemed to slow. The dancers pressed closer, eyes locked, breaths mingling. The scent of wild heather and something sweeter filled the air. One by one, the hunters surrendered to the enchantment, lost in the rhythm and the touch of perfect beauty. Even the singer felt a strange pull as one woman sat close beside him, her hand gently on his arm. But in the flickering firelight, something was wrong. The eldest hunter, more cautious than the rest, noticed a subtle unease. The women's smiles never quite reached their eyes. Their grace was too perfect, too fluid. Yet the pull was so strong. How could anything so beautiful be dangerous?
The night deepened. The dance grew wilder, more feverish. Then, the singer glanced up from his tune. Drops of crimson fell onto the earthen floor, slow at first, then faster. Horror gripped him as he realized the blood was coming from his companions. The women had transformed in an instant, their beautiful faces twisted with feral hunger. Long, razor-sharp talons extended from their fingertips like claws. With terrifying speed and strength, they slashed the throats of the entranced men. Blood sprayed in arcs, soaking the floor. The victims barely had time to gasp before collapsing, life draining away as the Baobhan Sith drank deeply, greedily, their mouths pressed to the wounds. The singer bolted for the door in blind panic. One of the creatures pursued him, her green dress now stained dark red, her hooves clattering unnaturally. He fled into the night and took refuge among the tethered horses outside. The iron horseshoes, cold iron, the ancient bane of fairy kind, seemed to hold her at bay. She circled, hissing with rage, but could not touch him. Inside the bothy, the screams had already fallen silent. 3 men lay lifeless, drained pale and torn. The creatures feasted until their thirst was sated. For now.
As the first gray light of dawn crept over the hills, the Baobhan Sith vanished like mist, leaving only the horror behind. The lone survivor emerged, shaking, forever changed. He buried his friends and carried the tale back to the villages, a warning that still echoes today. The Baobhan Sith do not turn their victims into more of their kind like some vampires. Instead, they simply consume, growing stronger on stolen life. Some stories whisper that women killed by them may rise to join the sisterhood. Others say the creatures can mimic anyone whose blood they've tasted, walking among humans in disguise. Their weakness? Daylight and iron. But in the remote highlands, help is far away, and desire is a powerful lure.
The Baobhan Sith embody our deepest fears and desires, the danger of trusting beauty, the peril of loneliness in wild places, and the thin line between passion and destruction. In today's world, their story reminds us that some temptations come wrapped in perfection and lead straight to ruin. Travelers still report strange laughter on the wind in remote glens. Hikers speak of beautiful women in green glimpsed at twilight, inviting them to dance. Whether myth or lingering truth, the Baobhan Sith endure, beautiful, deadly, and always hungry. If you ever find yourself alone in the Scottish Highlands after dark and hear enchanting laughter, remember this tale. Don't answer, don't dance, just walk away into the light. What do you think? Could these creatures still walk among us? Drop your thoughts below and share this video if it sent a shiver down your spine. Subscribe for more forgotten horrors from around the world, and hit the bell so you never miss a story that lingers long after the lights go out. Until next time, stay safe in the dark. Like and subscribe.